Hi everybody, it's Jeff, and this is going to be part 11 of the Hobby Boss GMC Bofors in 1/35 scale, dedicated to Jim Steen. I was looking on YouTube this morning, and there is a fairly new channel. He goes by the name of Captain Cuzz, C-U-Z-Z 6951, and he saw our videos and he wanted to dedicate a build to Jim also, but he doesn't do 1/35 scale, he does 1/72 scale. So he found a Bofors kit, slightly different, but still a Bofors uh, basic kit, and he's going to build that and dedicate it to Jim. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description to his channel too, just so you guys can go take a look. He's a fairly new modeler. I think he's only been doing YouTube for a couple of months. He may have been modeling for a long time. I really don't know. I shouldn't say that. But a fairly new YouTube channel. So go ahead and go take a look and see what you think. I'm sure he would love to have a subscription. Sorry. All right, let's go down to the bench and we'll continue on with our Bofors truck. I got some photo etch I need to get bent up. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. In the last video, we completed about the first half of step 10, and that's these two pieces here. It'll eventually be attached, something like that. Okay, right now I need to get some photo etch bent. Let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions real quick, and I'll show you what's next. Okay, this part up here is finished. We've got the gas cans made up. Next thing we need to do is make this bracket up that holds the gas cans underneath the bed. Okay, so here's the parts. Let's see. Here's the parts right here that we need to work with. While I'm thinking about it, hang on. Okay. After my last couple videos, everybody was commenting about, don't you have a wax pencil, or have you ever seen a wax pencil? Yeah, I've got several wax pencils. Actually, I have a whole bunch of them. I just forget to use them. And I've also got this. I think this is for jewelry. And it's got a little, like a silicone button on the end, and it's meant for picking up photo etch too, but it doesn't work real good. If you see the light stuff, it doesn't do at all, or the small end it doesn't really do, but the big end it does. So those are available for photo etch too. This is meant for like putting jewelry, or putting like fake jewels on your fingernails and that type of thing. But anyway, yeah, I do have several things that I can use to pick photo etch up with. I just forget that. See, that just won't actually barely pick that up, but this will. Wax pencils, I don't think it will. No, that won't even pick it up. See, it's got to be a fairly small piece, and if I'm not mistaken, the wax, if it's cold at all, it doesn't really work. If you warm it up in your fingers a little bit, it tends to work better, but it kind of leaves a little bit of a residue. So anyway, I do have a pencil, and I do have this. So let's go ahead and get this stuff put together. Put this off to the side. This little box is going to have to be bent, and it's got fold lines on it. I did anneal this yesterday. I was going to do it yesterday, but I kind of ran a little bit out of time. So let's see what we can do here with this. We'll use these little fingers on this side of the bending tool. And let's see here, doesn't really matter too much which ones we bent first. Let's go ahead and see about doing one of these bigger ones. Try and get it in there as close as I can. Okay. And we'll use something like the back side of the tweezers or something to get a nice square edge to it. This stuff is pretty thick. Okay, it actually bent the other side just a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Real difficult to do this stuff without some kind of a bender. Okay, and then we have the front and the back to do. And let's see, let's go over here to a little bit smaller one. That's a little bit too wide. Let's see how we do with this one. I might have to get it started in a couple of different steps. Let's move it over a little bit. Work on the other side a little bit. Okay, it looks pretty good. Bring that side in just a little bit. You always have to do a little bit of finish folding. Okay, and then one more time. Scoot it over. Do it a little bit more. Okay, there's our little box. Just kind of bring the corners in a little bit tighter. Oops, not too tight. Okay, and then that's going to glue into the back side of this. Just a little bit tight. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll put a picture up I got a couple more little pieces to put on, but that's basically how it goes. Okay, and then these here need the end bent, and that I can just do with my folding pliers. Just be real careful to get it on the line. Okay. Square it off real nice. Okay, there's those. So that's all the bending for that. And I'm going to just use my super glue gel to go ahead and glue that together. I could solder part of it, but I think the glue is going to be fine. I know this is real small stuff and you're probably not seeing very good. Let's see if there's anything I can do with the focus. Yeah, not really, huh? I know this mat, it wants to focus on these lines. I might get a different mat that doesn't have all this grid on it. Or even just a, you know, some kind of a desk protector or something like that. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Just 4 or 5 dots of super glue in there ought to do it. Hold it for a second. Okay. That looks pretty good. Then we've got these. It'll go on, and here we go again, trying to pick them up. These will go here. Okay, and I'm just going to glue those on. Shouldn't be that big a deal. Biggest part's just trying to get it nice and square. Hold it there for a second. Okay. And the other side. Come on. Okay, there we go. There's our little holder. I'm going to leave this alone for a while and make sure that glue goes off before I mess with it. So we'll continue on with a few other things. Okay, and I'll take a picture of this so you can see it a little closer. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, thanks guys. The next thing we have to do is make up this little box that it's got a rest for the barrel, a travel lock I guess you would call it for the barrel. So we'll go ahead and get that made up. And here's another part that goes on the front of the bed of the truck. So let's go back to the bench. Oh, here comes Jordan. Hi Jordan, what do you do? Okay, here's all the parts for making up our little box. Okay, oh, Jordan's going outside. Okay, first thing we need to do is get rid of the glasses. We've got this piece that goes inside. And the slot looks a little bit tight. Yeah, that looks really tight. Let me clean this up just a little bit. Well, always make sure you're not doing the wrong thing. The parts don't fit. Okay. Just a little bit of flash in there. See if that made any difference. Still really, really tight. There it goes. Okay. Pretty tight. Looks like it go down. Okay. And then we've got this one. Just basically building up a little box. Yeah, I don't want to hang on here. Try to keep from getting glue on my fingers. Okay, and these are the same. Okay. Yeah, that'll fit fine. Okay, put a little glue on there. Okay. I'm sure that'll fit fine. Okay, and then the back side. Looks good. The back part has no locating tabs, so we'll just have to eyeball it. Okay, there's our box all made up, and then we have a couple other pieces here. Here's our travel lock, and the picture's not terribly clear. Goes like so. Okay. Okay. And then we got a little, I'm not sure what this is, almost looks like a, I don't know, a gas lid, something like that. I don't know what that is. There you go, right there. And let's spot our glue first. Okay, there's that. Then we have this, which will be the, let's see, these go, that's interesting. I'm not sure which way that goes. Must be like that. Fit a little bit tight. Let's scrape those just a tiny bit. Just a taper from the molding. Whoops. As you can tell, my table's not flat. There goes Jordan again. Okay. believe that's the way it goes. Instructions are not terribly clear. Hold that a second till I get a bond. Okay. Okay. And this goes here. What I find so interesting about this truck is I'm pretty good at the automotive stuff. I know what an engine's supposed to look like and all that kind of stuff, but this is really different. So I'm not real sure, other than just looking at the instructions, just exactly what it's supposed to look like as it goes together. Looks pretty straight. And then this is going to go here. Just like so. I think the best way to glue that will be to put a little glue on the inside of this. Yeah, it didn't really. Just touch it here. With this extra thin, well, this is actually the airbrush cleaner, but you don't really need to paint it on. Just touch it and it'll wick. Okay. That should finish off step 10. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're pretty good on time here so far. Let me go ahead and start getting some pieces together, and we'll start working on step 11. Okay? I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay, here's the rest of the parts for step 11, except for a couple of real small clear parts and some PE. Yeah, there's a little more PE. All right, let's see if we can't get the majority of this put together. I just don't want the video to run too awful long. I know you guys got better things to do. All right, let's get this box put together. Check out the instructions, make sure I'm doing it right. I like to blow the instructions up real big on my second computer monitor. That way I can see just exactly what's going on. Okay, this will go here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Got a wood grain on both sides. Okay, there's that built up. We're going to set that aside for a minute or two, and we'll be working on this. You move the instructions over. This is E30, and it'll go this way. So we have, just checking to make sure I'm looking at everything correctly, G4, okay, a couple of G4s will go here. Make sure that the pins go in correctly. Yeah, put a drop of glue first. Okay. 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 And it's not quite sitting down. Okay. Must be the neighbors. Okay. And this goes so. Parts fit really good. Just a matter of just figuring out what goes where. I tend to wipe a good portion of the glue off the brush. Just enough to do what I think I need to do. I don't need to flood the part. Okay. There's that. Okay, let's move on a little bit here. Going together pretty well. Okay, we have the other side. Okay. Whoops. Trying to get away. Okay. Let's see, this will go down. So, like a little bed for a truck. I'm not sure if it goes to the inside. I think it goes like so. Yeah. Well, it's an odd shape. Let's put a little glue right here. I believe that's the way it goes. See if I can see a picture of it farther along. Yeah, I'd say that's the way it goes. A little tricky to glue on. Not too bad. Okay. Next part. Will be this. Go in like so. Okay. Then there'll be some tail lights and things that we'll put on there, but I'll do that at a later, probably the next video. And then we have, okay, make sure I'm looking at this right. Okay. We have a piece that goes under here. That's kind of funny, but that's where it goes. Sit right there. It doesn't quite set centered in there. That's where it's supposed to go. Okay, now these they go here, but there's not much in the way of locating pins or anything. There's nothing in the way of locating pins. Actually, they just kind of glue to the end there. That'd be real easy to break off. They go with little rails to the inside. Okay. Okay, and then we have one more piece. This is kind of strange. That goes inside here. There's no locating pins, no locating anything. Take a look. See if I can find any more pictures of it here. Okay, what I'm seeing here is it's got to clear up against the back by laying down. So I guess we'll just center it and put it in there like that. That didn't. Okay, that's what it says to do. Okay. That's it for as far as we're going to go on that one. Let's take a look here and see kind of how this all sits together here. Looks kind of like it's going to be pretty much like that. Okay. Well, I'll take a picture of that and include it at the end. But that's going to about do it for today, guys. Okay. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.